Spoiler alert, this video contains a fair amount of but there's some action here and there, so stick around. Hey guys, Happy New Year! I'm starting a new series on this channel. This is where I take an overview of an upcoming anime season and show the new anime I recommend on a tier list. Anything that's A tier and above is something I can recommend to anyone, and so on and so forth. However, here's a list of upcoming sequels this season because in most cases, it's the main selling point. Now let's start with the video. Ever just watch an anime you believe is really good story and be like, damn, this shit could use some better animation, and you have to live with it for the rest of the series? Well, Onimai is here to make fun of you for that. This anime is a gender-bent comedy and slice of life that is about a teenage shonen who one day wakes up as the opposite sex. Moments later, it's revealed to him that his younger sister has drugged him. Where are the parents? I mean, there's gotta be at least one adult figure in this big-ass house, right? Anyway, yeah, the plot's kinda iffy, and the studio's not helping because what even is this opening? I can't even defend that. The only reason I have this much gag reflex is that I've read a little bit of the manga, and it barely had any ecchi. I can see a lot of people dropping this. However, from what I've read, the characters are what give the story life. It's a gender bend on the surface, but it's also a wholesome story of self-improvement. Similar to Rudius, who makes the most of his second chance. It's wholesome, plus it has the insane production value. I showed this to a friend of mine who likes JoJo and One Piece, so here's what he had to say.
Ba't ang ganda ng animation?
Kaya
This is not worth the animation, I'm sorry.
No, this is worth.
This is not worth the animation.
This is worth the dollars.
No, hindi siya realistic, you know why?
But
Kasi hindi siya nag-jump.
this anime is made by Studio Bind, the studio behind Mushoku Tensei, so that kinda explains which degenerates are happily adapting this manga. If you like slice of life, this could be for you. I see no problem watching this unless you have criminal thoughts. I hope you don't. I'd put this in A tier, but yeah, it's clearly not for everyone. B tier. Up next is Nier Automata. This is probably one of the few new action anime worth watching this season. It's based on its own video game, which has a reputation as one of the most groundbreaking RPG. The story is set in the post-apocalyptic world where we follow 2B, who is an android that is part of an army trying to liberate Earth from the machines that invaded it. Unlike the other anime I'm gonna cover, I'm not gonna go further into this story because I wanna watch this blind, and you should probably do too. From what I heard, Nier Automata is jam-packed with action and emotions. It's been confirmed to have 12 episodes, so it's going to be interesting to see how A1 is going to condense this 15-hour-long story. They have the help of the game creator himself, so he's going to be the one making changes. If anyone is dissatisfied, it's likely to be my fault. You should watch out for this show, especially if you're going to watch Solo Leveling. They're made by the same studio. Damn, wait. Most replayed. Whoa, okay. Don't mind if I diddly do. S tier. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is one of the many romance contenders of this season. In contrast to Nagatoro, the female is not the one teasing the male MC here, but the show itself is the one teasing you for being single. The show's a lot like Horimiya, but this time they're neighbors next door. It's a fluffy, wholesome rom-com, however, this story is nothing new. It just does that fluff part hella well. Average guy gets a chance meeting with the popular girl and their relationship starts growing from there, yada yada yada. We've heard it all before. Is this guy self-insert? Hell no, unless you live like... What the fuck?
That shit stank, don't it? Ugh.
This is the first light novel I've ever read and I enjoyed it. It captures the same vibe that you get from romance like Horimiya. My Hero could be up there for best girl. My only concern is Project Number 9 is doing this and they're kinda mid. If you love romance, definitely watch. B tier. Spy Classroom is the ass class mom has at home, but with a hotter cast than the teacher is in the yellow balloon. The show is about a group of spy school dropouts handpicked by the world's strongest spy. Their group is assigned to do a mission impossible and they're most likely to die. However, they have this world-class spy as their teacher. He's OP to the point where he can handle all the women at once. And I mean fighting. So the teacher decides that the best way to let them prepare is by having them defeat him. It seems like a harem edition of Ass Class, however the end goal and spy theme are its arguments of being different. I've heard that this light novel got a lot of people hooked with its first volume, so I guess we'll have to see if that holds up in the first few episodes. Spy action's cool, so why not? Plus titties, hip hip, fucking array. I almost forgot to mention the voice acting cast is one hell of an all-star team. You might recognize these names. I've seen a lot of hype in this one, but light novel adaptations are hard to predict. They're literally a coin flip. I'll put it in the B tier, but you should check it out. Kubo Will Not Be Invisible is another romance. This story is about this guy Shiraishi and his classmate Kubo. Shiraishi is like an overblown background character. He's easily overlooked, so people around him just seem to forget he's there. He could stand next to people and they wouldn't be able to notice him for a good minute. What's worse is, he's used to it. It's bullshit, but it's an anime rom-com, so I guess we'll let him cook. However, despite the tomfoolery, there's this one girl named Kubo that always finds him. This pair is great, and if you love Takagi-san, I think you'll love this one a lot because their interactions got that similar vibe of wholesome, and also the playful teasing. Rom-com enjoyers are eating good this season, B tier. The next two on my list are romances, and I myself don't want to ramble about wholesome for 2 minutes straight, so I'll put them in their respective tiers, and you can check out their synopsis in the description below. Last on the list is My Life as Inukai-san's Dog. Nobody's watching this for the plot. It's ecchi and the fucking trailer is just titties and panties, so if you don't like that, yeah, shit's not for you. For me? Don't worry about me. This is only in the video since this is an anime to look out for. You'll see this anime a lot online, so I'll put it in its own tier, the dog tier. Well, that's the end of this tier list. This season's pretty mid outside the sequels. I tried looking for more fantasy, action, and isekai, but most of them are probably shit. Tell me how you do this tier list though. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed. Cheers.